Hello, I have started early because Lala has raided me. Thank you so much for the raid, Lala. You got to start the stream a little bit earlier. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. My name is Wads. I am a mental health streamer. Welcome to my channel. I also like reptiles. That's basically who I am as a person. How are you doing today? I'm doing very well. This is my first stream in quite a bit because I was just finishing out my school semester and it feels so nice to be back, you know? How was your stream? How'd it go? What were you up to? Yeah, this is kind of my, like, the two kind of streams I like to do is I do midweek check-ins where I like to talk about people's goals with them. I talk about where I'm at. We just see what kind of week you're having. And then I also, on weekends, right now, not for December, just because of the holidays and all that sort of stuff, but I also do streams on Saturday and we talk about topics and we usually have guests on. How'd your semester go? It went well, thank you. Went really well. Did some Dark Souls, Among Us, and Cuphead. Ooh, you really chose some hard games there. I think my phone charger is giving in. That's awesome. Oh, 1 second, I need to switch this to my phone. Yeah, my semester went well. I actually, so I am in college right now, not university, which are different things in Canada if you've never been to Canada. But I came out of a university degree and went to college, and college is more like hands-on and that kind of stuff. And I'm doing like super well in college, which is a real confidence booster because university was hard. I like to make myself stress for some reason. Honestly, that's fair. I get you. Baby, she arrived. Hello, Saida. It's good to see you. I've been basically like a little hermit for the past couple weeks. I've been doing schoolwork and I haven't really been working on my projects. I haven't been doing a whole lot of stuff, sort of period, but that's okay. We're getting back into it. I have, I'm really excited for January, particularly. I have a couple projects I want to launch in January that I'm very excited about. And I have my notes here. Yeah, so if you have been here before, this is my parents' house, and I'm staying here probably for the next semester because I have a student house, but because my semester is going to be online, I want to be here with my family. Oh, that's so good to hear. Uni's hard. I totally feel that. Yes, I did somehow get through it despite being like super depressed in first year. It got better and better, and I did get a whole degree. Also, yeah, sorry. Thank you, Firepower. And Tabby the Gleek for the follow. Welcome. It is so nice to have you. What a lovely start to my stream. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Lala. Yeah, but I'll probably be here for the next while, and I'm hoping to make a nicer setup either in the guest room, where like that's where I film my YouTube videos, or in the basement. Glad to hear you got better. Yeah, I kind of I talk about this a lot. I feel like my sad little journey, but you know, in for people who are new here, in grade 12 was like the worst year of my life when I was like 17 or 18. And then every year after since then has been like a little bit better. And now I'm doing very well because that was quite a few years ago now. So I figured out and we got better. And I mean, it was really rough, but I think it was a good experience to go through, in that I, basically now I'm like, that was really awful for me, and I want other people to not feel like that. So that's kind of the reason I do what I do. I'm very much one of those people. All the feels. I had a bad time at 17 too. Yeah, like high school was rough, and then university was a little better, but it was still rough. It's all rough. We're getting there. You know, I think that's a pretty normal thing for people to struggle around that time. I also was definitely someone where I felt like I was surrounded by people who knew what they wanted to do after, you know, high school or after university, and I like really didn't know. Glad it's gotten so much better for you. Yeah, thank you. I'm really glad too. And as I sort of said, my goal, I had this whole, I feel like I talk about this like every Thursday, but I had this whole like journey where it was like like everyone in my family is a lawyer. Like everyone in my immediate family is a lawyer, and my closest big sister, the only person who's not a lawyer, is going to become like a naturopathic doctor. So everyone around me was just like doing all these very, you know, prestigious, high paying things or whatever, and I always felt like I had to go into something that was the same level of like prestigious or whatever. And what I really wanted to do was more artsy type stuff because I really like animals, but I also really like psychology and performance and that kind of stuff. And so it like I had this whole character growth where I had to sort of I got to the end of my degree, which was in marine biology and neuroscience, which were both things I was interested in. But as I went through, I was like, I don't want to do this. People are talking about, jobs at zoos or jobs in research, and I don't want to do either of those things. And I got to the end of my degree and I was like, okay, I can either keep going on the path of stuff I feel like I should be doing, which was like science and so on, or I could just dive headfirst into the thing that really scares me, but I want to do, which is more like performance and psychology thing. And part of that was streaming, and my diploma that I'm working towards, which is broadcasting. And I sort of dove into that, and honestly, I have never been happier. Even with the pandemic, this has honestly been probably the best year in my life in a very long time. So it's been good. It's been good. Marine biology, I want to do that since I was like 12. Yeah. It's funny because when I hear quite a few people say that actually, that they wanted to be a marine biologist when they were younger. And like I did too. And then I went through the whole degree and then I was like, I don't want to be a marine biologist anymore. Yeah, I did work in a zoo for a bit, and you can't see them right now because they're all off like over there. But I have 4 lizards and 3 snakes. 2 of the snakes aren't here right now because they're still at my other house because I haven't moved them all because it's a lot of animals to move all at one time. But I have quite a few reptiles, so I am an animal lover at heart. Honestly, I just wanted to work with dolphins. Yeah, that's fair. I think that's definitely like a big kid dream. I used to think that the whole like training seals and stuff was like the coolest thing ever, or like training orcas, and I like grew up and learned more about how rough that actually is for like the animals and stuff, and I was like, maybe not. Anyway, but yeah. Oh, so bad getting an animal. I always like to get lizards out when we have people raiding because people like lizards. I'll get a lizard. Hold on. Don't judge my pajama pants. I was unprepared to do anything this morning, so I stayed in my pajamas. 1 second. She gone, yeah, but I'm back. I like to do this when new people come in case you haven't met them. But this is, Poppy. This is Poppy. She is a leopard gecko. She's one of my children. God, she's getting big. She's getting chunky, which is good. She's back, yeah. This is my little baby. They come out sometimes on the channel. She's probably upset that I interrupted her nap. God, your head is getting so big. When did you get so big? When did you become an adult? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll put you back. Will she grow even more? Probably not a whole lot more. So I have four geckos. 3 of them are leopard geckos, and the other one is a crested gecko. And none of them will get bigger than like the length of my hand, including their tail. They're pretty small. Yeah, I don't have any like very big animals because I'm a student and I usually don't have a whole lot of space. You ever seen Clifford the Big Red Dog? Once or twice in my life. Yeah, I have all of my lizards are like probably like only about this long. And then I have one snake who's about like, well, I guess he's bigger now. He's like this long. Wait, this long. And then I have 2 others that are more like 3 feet long. They're bigger. Yeah, maybe you can use her for transport like a horse one day. That gecko is getting so much love, she's gonna get huge. She has grown, which is good, because she, Hello, Angel. Hi, Nat. It's so good to see you. Welcome. We were just talking about geckos and such. I love your little, is that the GlitchCon badge? The little dinosaur? That's so cute. Anyway, where was I? What was I talking about? Right, so a couple, like, where I'm at right now and what I'm doing in the future is, so obviously I'm back to streaming. I'll be streaming every Thursday. For December, I won't be streaming on Saturdays. January, I'll be back to streaming on Saturdays, and I believe every other week we're gonna try to have a guest. This Saturday, though, if you are interested in cooking, I will be guest hosting somebody else's cooking show. I believe the channel is called Cakerins, but you can follow me on Twitter if you're interested in that. You want to see a cooking show happen, and I'll be there, and I'll probably find some way to talk about lizards on it. I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be a cooking show. One of the people in my stream team was looking for guest hosts, and I was like, I love food. I could talk about food for sure. So that's one thing which I'm excited about. Cooking, yeah, it's gonna be fun. And another thing that I plan on doing, so I have about a month break before my semester starts again. I love food and you, so I stand. You're so sweet. But I've been making YouTube videos, although I make them like a little bit sporadically, mostly because not every single week I really had the time or energy to make them. So one of my goals for the month is to make like a backlog of videos, because I was sort of making like one every week, which was going well, except for weeks when I didn't have the energy or the time to do it. So my hope is to make like 3 or 4 so we can get them out consistently every single week, because I've been pretty good, but I've missed a couple weeks here and there, which it's how it is. Yeah, if you are interested in mental health content, I make YouTube videos specifically for mental health for streamers and that kind of stuff. And if there's something that's not on there, since there's not a whole lot of videos yet, but you want someone to talk about who has some kind of psychology knowledge, absolutely hit me up. I love talking about mental health and all that sort of stuff. And basically my goal in life is to make a career out of helping people. That's the goal. I'm also hoping in January, so I have a Discord right now, but I sort of made it with no real goal in mind, and then I wasn't happy with where I was at, and like, teach me your ways. My motivation on content creating and streaming has been a -500. Honestly, mine has been too, this last week especially, but I'll get to that. We'll get there. But I'm hoping to, I'm gonna get rid of that server because I just didn't like the way it was set up. It didn't feel like it was giving people value, which is what I really wanted. I wanted to provide value for people. So I'm hoping to launch a new Discord in the new year, hopefully in January. And it's going to be more focused on the mental health stuff. And I'm going to be doing like, we'll have weekly journal prompts and that kind of things. We'll have goal discussion and like accountability. So it's like, you know, you can tell us what your goals are, and once a week I'll ping you and be like, hey, where are you at on your goals? Like, share with the class, you know? And hopefully I'll be making some free worksheets and that sort of stuff in the future, which I'm excited about. There's also something else that's going to launch in January that I'm really excited about, but until it's all set and ready to go, I'm not going to talk about it. Yeah, so I'm really excited for January. Right now, it's sort of like gearing up for January and sort of creating a backlog of stuff. I actually love that idea. Yeah, exactly. I think what it was for me is, I know lots of people have Discords that are like centered around them and like their stream community, and I think that's totally awesome. I just think that when I did it, I didn't feel like it was helping people the way I wanted to help people. So I really want to make a server where it's more about, you know, creating a place where it makes it even easier for people to work on their goals and that sort of stuff. Are you planning any holiday themed streams? Or are you going to be off for the holidays? That's a good question. So I will be streaming, I guess, on the 24th. We'll do something festive on the 24th. I don't know what, but we'll do something. I won't be streaming, obviously, on the 26th. As I said, I'm not going to do any Saturdays in December, and that's the day after Christmas, so not that day. But then I will be the 24th and the 31st, and then on January 2nd is the first Saturday I will be back streaming, and then hopefully after that we'll get some guests back on. We're gonna get Nat on, we're gonna get my friend Niv on. I'm really excited about those. I can't wait. Very excited. I will say one of my favorite things to stream on here is the having guests on. It's just a lot of energy to coordinate, so I can't do it as much as I would like to, but we'll work up. All right. Sam birthday stream? Oh yeah, it is my boyfriend's birthday. I think that's amazing, and that's why I call you my mental health fairy godmother. Because I think it's healthy to get that push from people that understand not every day is a good day, but every little victory counts. Absolutely. And I think having, like, community is a huge like part in like making good habits and stuff. I can't wait. I'm still so sorry about this pack weekend. My family showed up. Honestly, it's okay because like last week, when you would have been on, was like a really busy week for me, so I like didn't have a whole lot of brain cells to dedicate to like planning streams anyway. And then this weekend ends up that I'm gonna be hosting or the cooking stream for someone else, so it's okay. I honestly, when I had, yeah, like full disclosure, I had 2 people planned for the 12th and the 19th, one of which was Nat, and they both had to reschedule, which is totally okay. But I just like was like, I think the universe is telling me I need a break, and as it turned out, I really did need a break, so I'm okay with that. Gosh, I want to get birthday hats that say "Ahi" in black Sharpie marker and maybe a cupcake with a candle on it for Sam's birthday stream. That would be very, very cute. Yeah, we'll definitely have to. I guess my first stream back will be on Saturdays will be the 2nd, so maybe we'll do a Sam birthday stream. Maybe Sam will be on the stream. Who knows? Who knows what could happen at that point? All right. And then I talked about all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Can't wait for Sam birthday stream. Yeah, we can't have a Sam birthday stream without Sam on the stream, can we? But yeah, no, I've had like the last 2 weeks. I mean, last week was really busy, but it was just one of those weeks where I was like, I just gotta like, put on the blinders and focus on nothing but school, which sucked because I had so many projects I want to work on. Sam birthday stream featuring Sam. Yes, that would be fun. Maybe we'll do that to kick off the guest streams coming back, as we'll do a Sam stream. Anyway, but yeah, so last week I just had a week. Hope the rest of your stream goes well. Nice meeting you, but I gotta sleep. Bye. No worries. Have a great night, Tabby. Thank you for coming. Do we tell him beforehand or should it be a surprise? Good question. We'll make it a surprise for sure. End of the stream is overwhelming too, so I feel that. Good night. Yeah, for sure. But I got through it. It was just like I had something like a test or a project due like every single day last week, so I just really had to do it. And then I finally got till Friday. I was finally done. I had like the weekend like off, and I was planning my week, and I was so excited about finally like getting back into content creation and all of this stuff. And then I realized we had a crazy busy week at work, and I had so many work events. If you don't know, so I'm currently a virtual event host, which means I work for a company who host events for like corporate groups where they do like, trivia and like bingo and escape rooms, and it's all good fun. But I lately have just been, I think what happened was like I host these events, so I like explain to people what's going on, help them through the event and stuff, which was fun for a bit. But I think what happened is I sort of just started feeling stagnant because I felt like I wasn't learning anymore, and there was other things I wanted to be doing. Like I really wanted to be learning more about like the sort of social media stuff and like the business stuff. And so I just like the first two, like Monday, Tuesday, I was just so grumpy. I was like, my sister was very annoyed with me because I just didn't want to do anything. Like I just was feeling like crap, and I had these projects I want to work on, and I just wasn't, because I had thought I had my whole week open, but I just didn't think about work, and then work was super busy. So I was just in a bad time. Like literally, I'll tell you, I think this was Tuesday. So Monday just sucked. And then Tuesday, I was like, okay, we're gonna try to have Tuesday just be like a little better than Monday, right? Just a little bit better. And I made myself go for a walk in the morning. And when I was about to go for a walk, my sister was like, oh, can you take the mail key and like check the mail? Which I didn't really feel like doing because it's kind of out of the way. You have to walk even further. But I was like, sure, like I'm gonna be, high frequency. I'm gonna put out good energy, and sure, I'll go get the mail. I'll do something nice, right? And I walked to the mailbox, which was out of the way, and I got there and I couldn't remember which mailbox was ours. So I called my sister a bunch of times. She didn't pick up. I like texted my mom and she didn't respond. I stood there for like 10 minutes and I was like, like, I was like, it's like I was trying to do something nice and then it just wasn't working. So I started walking like I started walking back away from the mailbox. And of course my sister finally called me and was like, oh, it's this mailbox. So I walked all the way back. I wasn't going to, but I was like, we're putting out the good energy. And I was like, I'm going to get to the mailbox, and this package I've been waiting for from my boyfriend is going to be here. Right? Because like I'm putting out the good energy and I believe it's going to happen. You know, I've been working on like, I like the manifesting stuff, I think is fun. You know, believing, oh, goodbye light. Oh, did it do that thing? Oh, hold on. It's disconnected. But anyway, you know, I was like, I'm gonna do this. It's gonna go well. This is, dang it. I got this ring. Sorry. We'll get to that story after. I'm going off on a tangent. But anyway, I got to the mailbox and I was like, it's gonna be in there. Like, I'm gonna open it up and there's gonna be a key in the mailbox to like open the big compartment. And I opened up the mailbox and there was a key for the big compartment, and I got really excited. And then I opened the big compartment where they put the packages, and there was a package, and I was so freaking excited, and I pulled it out and it said my sister's name on it, and I just like started crying. And that's how my Tuesday went, basically, and that's how my week sort of went. Also, I'm so annoyed. I got this ring light that you could probably see before the reflection, but I got this ring light, and I was trying to use it, and it kept like, okay, there we go. Change it back to this one, and it would have like this part, where it goes into the adapter, it kept getting really hot to the point where it would just shut off, and I was like, okay, that's first of all a fire hazard, and B, like, I can't have this thing shutting off every 20 minutes because it's overheating. Moments like that really hit different. Yeah, it was like, I was just having a day where I was like, I'm trying my best, and I just feel like the world is kicking me in the teeth. Anyways, it was not a great time. Actually, I'm gonna plug this into the computer and see if it will make any kind of difference. Yeah, so and then I like, Tuesday was just rough also because of that, and I had like more events, and I just was grumpy. And then yesterday, sometimes you gotta kick the world back. Yesterday, I was like, okay, we're gonna like, today's gonna be better. Like, it's gonna, one of these days has to be better, you know, like, it's gonna happen. We're gonna have a good day. And I was mad about it, and I was like, we're gonna have a good day. So I started off the day, like, I made breakfast, and then I did some journaling, because I was like, okay, clearly one of the things that's causing me a lot of stress is I'm really cranky about work. Like, I just don't really feel like doing my events right now. And so I started journaling about it, try to be like, okay, what is it that I'm like missing here? I've been feeling like overly sensitive than last week, so I feel you. Yeah, it just seems like one of those weeks. But it's okay. Why am I feeling so like cranky about doing work? And I just sort of, you know, and I've even been thinking sort of vaguely about like looking into other jobs, but I do like the people at my job, and I like the company. So I was like, I don't really want to. I'm just not quite happy. And I was trying to come up with, you know, I didn't know what the solution was, and I was journaling, and I was like, what am I missing here? What is causing me to be so cranky? And like, what is the solution? And I finally just realized that it was because I felt like I wasn't, you know, like living up to my potential, I guess, or I wasn't really using my skills. I wasn't like learning and getting more relevant experience, which is what I really want out of a job right now. And then from that, I, you know, had thought about getting another job, but I was like, why don't I just ask the company or like my manager if there's opportunity for the thing I want to do in the company? Because it's like, then I could stay with the company, but I could also get what I want. And then I had this epiphany about that, and I was like, I could just ask them if there's some kind of job available where I could like help run their social media or something. And I was like, why had I not thought of this before? Anyway, but this was good, because I think I've been going off this belief lately that I've been enjoying. It's something that Ashley Christ, who I like a lot, talked about a little bit in her whole journey, which is like, she talked about how, you know, when she did streaming for a long time and never really got the success she really wanted to, And gotta run, time to get in some food. Catch you soon. Thank you so much, Lala, for the raid. Have a wonderful day. Anyway, but like Ashley was talking about how, she had like streamed to, a certain number of people for a very long time, and she wanted to be more successful, but like it just wasn't happening. And then she went through, like, I think she kind of gave up for a while and she kind of quit. She talks about this journey a lot, and then she, I think, took time to like really work on herself and learn, and then when she came back and got back into it, she ended up being really successful, which is what she wanted. And one of the things she said at some point was that when she was stuck in the place where she wasn't getting the success she wanted, it was because like she hadn't achieved the self-growth she needed to. She hadn't learned what she needed to be that successful person. And I've really been enjoying that philosophy lately of just like, if something isn't working, if you're not getting the success you want, and this is the thing you want to be doing, it's not because like the reason it's not working isn't because you're not good enough, and it's not because you're just not good at this thing. It's just because you haven't learned what you needed to learn yet. And I have found this to be very helpful in my own, endeavors of trying not to feel bad about numbers and stuff, which I think is something that if you're a streamer or content creator at all, you definitely feel that at some point of like, why are things just like not working? I feel like I'm trying my best to do everything right here. And I think that's what it is it's just like sometimes we just need to do a little more learning or a little more work on ourselves to realize what we really need. So I just keep, when I feel like things aren't working, I just be like, what do I need to learn? Like, I need to seek out more learning here. I think we often just kind of try to brute force things. Like if we just keep working at it and working at it, and putting work into it, it's just gonna work. And I think that hard work is sort of like one ingredient of success, but you can work really hard and never get anywhere if you're working on the wrong things. I actually just filmed a video about this yesterday, and I'm gonna try to put it up on Sunday. But I just think that's a really interesting, concept. And I think it's a lot gentler to be like, oh, okay, I just need to do a little more learning to figure out what's not working, instead of just being like, okay, well, I'm not getting viewers or likes or whatever, so I must just be bad at this, or people don't like me, because I have already decided the direction I want my career and stuff to be in. And I know part of it is streaming, and I know part of it is social media and stuff, and I know part of it is helping people and doing mental health stuff, and I would really like to be doing coaching or something like that. And I know that there are all these pieces I want in there, and I'm sort of starting at zero. I only started a couple months ago, so I have quite a ways to go, of course, but like I have now committed to this, and even if the numbers aren't there, I know it's just because I have more learning to do, and not because this isn't the right choice, because I have never been happier doing stuff than I am working on these projects. Like my mom and my sister talk about this sometimes, of just like, I have never been this driven to do anything in my life. Like school was always kind of a struggle because I had no real motivation. It just kind of felt like I wasn't working towards anything, because it was always just like, in high school, it was like, take all the math and science courses, because obviously I'm going to university because that's what all my family did. So I felt like that was the only choice, was going to university and getting some kind of like science degree or going into law or something. And then I got into university, which felt really good, but then going through it was like a slow slog through quicksand, because I was interested in the stuff, but I didn't have any clear end goal. I didn't have anything that really inspired me to keep working, because I think another concept I've been a lot better and I've been working on lately is doing more stuff for my future self. Because there was quite a long time where I was very much like instant gratification. Like I just was going to do whatever felt good right now, which involved a lot of procrastination, a lot of not getting things done, which made me feel worse in the long run. But I didn't have any real long-term goals. So like looking into the future was nothing but scary and stressful. So I just really didn't do it. And when I finally just sort of accepted that, well, what I really want to do is, you know, in the arts and in performance and in psychology, and I finally got myself a clear picture of like my dream job or what I really wanted to do, it helped so much. Like, I'm still not entirely sure what my ideal perfect career looks like, but I know bits and pieces of what it involves, and I know what stuff is not things I want to do. And that's been really helpful. You know, I've talked in the past about setting goals and how to set big goals and actually reach them. And I think it's really important to have a big long-term goal because it inspires you when you're not feeling good or if you don't want to do things. But you also don't want to spend too much time focusing on that, because if we spend too much time focusing on the future or focusing on the past, then we kind of lose out on focusing on what's right in front of us, which is also something I've been working on because I'm not very good at enjoying the journey. I get very impatient and I just want results and I want validation and stuff. So, you know, it is a bit of a battle. But that is something, you know, that I think I tweeted about this lately, but that is something that I think if you can focus on the present for just like a few minutes, then that is a victory. I mean, I think actually, interestingly, I think one of the reasons I like performance so much, you know, I like streaming, I used to do plays and musical, I love public speaking, but it kind of forces you to be in the moment. Like, if I stop focusing on looking at chat and talking and having stuff to talk about and stuff, if I start thinking about something else, I very quickly lose, you know, the value of what I'm giving, and it becomes less valuable for me. So that's interesting. Sometimes you know, you just are talking and you just end up connecting dots. But I think that's one of the reasons I enjoy this stuff so much, is it just kind of forces you to be in the moment, especially this, because it's like, it'd be a little different if I was playing a game, but it's like if I suddenly stop thinking about what I'm saying and I start thinking about what I'm going to make for dinner, then there would just be long pauses where there'd be nothing going on, and that's not what I want. I think that's also why improv is great. I've talked before about various things about improv that I really like, and one of them, well, there's two. There's one I tweeted about lately and one I was just thinking about now, but one of the things I think is really cool is it both makes you be in the moment and it teaches you to be comfortable being in the moment without any kind of future plan, you know? Because it's not, it like, the thing that's unique about improv is it's not like a play where you have in the past memorized the lines and in the future know what's coming and what's going to happen. Improv, you have no idea what has happened. Or, well, you probably know a bit about the past, what has happened, but especially if you're like going into a new thing, you don't know what is going to happen, and you have to be okay with that. You have to give up some of that, like, control, and we don't like doing that, but it is a very good practice because the less you try to control things, the more you can actually enjoy them. You know, I feel like we could all use more practice with that for sure. And the other concept I really like in improv is this thing called follow your feet. It was something my improv teacher said a lot, and it was like, you know, we'd be playing this game where we're all in a circle, and it was like two people would start a scene and then they would freeze and another person had to come in and like tap one of them out, or like there was various different games we played like that, but it was just like, it wasn't that there was turns, It was just when people wanted to, they would go into the scene and start like adding to it. And, you know, instead of the stress of it being your turn and knowing it was going to be your turn, it was like whoever wants to go can go. And the, I don't know, the concept of follow your feet was like, if you feel pulled into a scene, even if you have no plan and no ideas, just follow your feet. If you feel pulled, like, go with it. And I think that's another reason, like, it's such a cool, like, being in the present thing and focusing on your feelings and not worrying about the future. Oh, I'm gonna have to, like, do a whole video about this or something. One of the reasons I really like doing these and being able to talk about stuff is I often learn a lot of stuff, even just like, there's something about talking about stuff out loud and discussing stuff with people that just, I feel like helps you connect the dots. I'm a big fan of like teaching as you're learning. I think that's a great way to learn more and to connect dots you might not have connected before. So yeah, improv. Anyway, I think this got brought up because lately there's a thing about improv for streamers. I will say, if at any point in your life you are able to do an improv class, I highly recommend it. They're really fun. Say that again. Exactly. Sam and I have been watching a lot of Criminal Minds lately, and they have a lot of those moments of like, wait, I've got it. Say what you just said again. Or like, there was one we just watched where it was like, how can this guy, you know, in this robbery, he appeared to be 6'1", but in this robbery, he was 5'10", and then, like, one of the girls, like, takes off her heel because, like, her foot hurts, and she's like, ah, heels! It's really good. Anyway, I probably will not stick around for too much longer because I believe there is someone coming over at 11 o'clock to fix something in our house, and my throat is getting a little bit sore, and I have some studying to do because even though my semester is basically done, my very, very last thing of the semester is a test tomorrow. Thank you for the hydrate. Yeah. It's funny how when I take a week off, it feels like my throat gets sore more quickly from all the talking. Like my stamina is more likely going down than going up. Anyway, so my week is going better. I mean, this week it did not end up being what I hoped it would be, but I think it helped me realize some things about, like, I need to push harder, I think, to find the job I want or to make the job I want, because where I'm at right this second, I'm not totally happy with. And I think that's a really good thing to know. Knowing that you are not happy where you're at and knowing you have the power to change where you're at, I think are very powerful. Oh boy. Okay. I think we may end the stream here. I know this is a really short one, but that is, I honestly, this morning, actually yesterday, my sister and I had a little fight, and we like resolved it this morning, and it's fine. But I was so tired emotionally afterwards, and I was like, I don't even want to stream, but I'm so glad I did. I feel so much better, and it was so nice to meet a couple new people and, you know, all that sort of stuff. So on Saturday, I will be back, but not on my channel. I believe it will be on Cakerin's channel. I think that's CAKERINS. I just came back with my egg, bean, and salsa. Feeling better today. But yes, I have editing to do today, and I have studying to do today, and I have work, so I am going to end it a little bit early because of that. Hold on a second. I thought there was someone I wanted to raid. I thought they were live, but perhaps they are not live. Or they are live. I don't know. It's okay. I love you too. Yeah, thank you everybody for joining. I'm gonna look really quick to see if there's someone I want to raid, but otherwise, again, thank you thank you for hanging out. If you don't already, you can follow me on Twitter or check me out on the YouTube. There will be a new video on Sunday about finding your value as a streamer. It's gonna be good stuff. Want to hang out while I eat egg, bean, and salsa? What about me? Can I hang out? I might go make a coffee after this. I'm real tired. Yeah, but I hope you enjoyed the stream, and if you're interested in it, keep an eye out for I can do this. I can say words for the Discord that I think I'm going to be launching in January, which I'm really excited about if you want to be a part of community and reach your goals and do journal prompts and just see pictures of lizards, probably. Have you considered breakfast? Gotta figure out how to get it on these blank. All right, it looks like nobody is online right now, which is, hold on, well, give me one moment here. One moment, please. Wait, hang on. Wait, hold on, wait. Just hang on. Like I really thought. Huh, weird. All right, that's okay. None of my friends appear to be online right now. We'll check one other place and then I'll go for it. I promise. I promise. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm going. I'm leaving. I guess it's just too early in the morning and nobody is online. That's when I stream now. I guess everyone's sleeping right now. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Give them. Okay. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day and I will see you later.